If you're going to have executions like that jerk in Idaho who killed these people, allegedly, if you're going to kill people, if that's what you're going to do, like Brian Koberger, and now they said he might be executed by firing squad if he's convicted, and if the state can't obtain the drugs necessary for lethal injection, what? What are we talking about here? What is this? Some kind of special elixir? I don't think so. But here's the bottom line. Those people who want the death penalty should see it. And if you don't let people see it, you're wasting your time. Now here, let me explain something to you. I'm not one of these YouTube people who says, hey, that's great. That'll get a lot of people watching your show. I mean it. And here's something else you're going to love. Oh, wait till you hear this. Wait till you hear this. You're not going to believe what I'm about to tell you. But you're going to have to wait because you got to promise me one thing. I'll tell you, but you got to promise to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell so you're notified of live streams and new videos, and don't forget to patronize and to frequent our great sponsor at mypillow.com. I love these people. We're a MyPillow house and a household, and you should be too. But if you use the promo code Lionel, you get a free gift. I know. A gift is free. I say it all the time, but it's true. But what better gift? What, you want to pay for the gift? You want to pay for it? It's up to you. You can pay if you want, but you don't have to. Because at mypillow.com, all their gifts are free. So you go to mypillow.com, promo code Lionel, and just look at the percales and the sheets and the bedspreads and everything else and the duvets and everything, including the slippers, which they sell more of than any corporation in the history of mankind. At least that's what I think. mypillow.com, promo code Lionel. Okay, understand a couple of things here. Let me see if I can explain this to you. First and foremost, this may come as a surprise to you. I don't know why, but I happen to be against the death penalty. And the reason why I'm against the death penalty isn't because I have some moral problem with it. I really don't. It's because this justice system that we have in this country sucks. Look what they're doing to Trump. Look what they're doing to Julian Assange. You want to give these people the right to kill somebody? No way. No. You might think, well, what if they deserve it? I don't even get to the point of whether anybody deserves it. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about something else, which is even more important. And that is simply this. I don't want it. Oh, by the way, can I also tell you something? This may surprise you. The Constitution absolutely permits it. You cannot deprive somebody of life, liberty, or property. What was that? Life. So I can take your life so long as I accord you and afford you the opportunity of due process. But that's not the point. If you're going to be a tough guy and you're going to say, yeah, kill these people, you should be able to see it. Because if there's a death penalty and if it acts as a deterrent, which I don't believe it is, but if it does, you've got to show people this. You can't have it as some secret. Show people. See what it is. See the brutality of it. See how we become ourselves actually ghoulish state killers as well. But listen, it's okay. If that's what you want, the Constitution provides it. But if your state wants to not have it, it doesn't have it, just like abortion. Kind of a death penalty too, in a weird kind of way. But I don't want to get into that right now. But if you don't have people see this, then you all are a bunch of cowards. See it for yourself. Oh, and when it comes to lethal injection, there were some great stories before. You know, when they first came out, they used, pancuronium bromide and curare. I'm doing this from memory. One is almost like a paralytic. It stops the breathing, and then there's others that stop the heart. I think it's potassium chloride, and then others will stop breathing. And then a sedative. You see, you're going to love this one. You ready for this? You know what the best thing would be? The best way to do it? And I hope there's no kids watching, please. Is give them a nice blast of some barbiturate, something that you do when you put your dog down. Just boom, it's over. But the reason why they don't want to do it is because sometimes there is attendant frothing and it's not exactly pretty. And do you know what the problem is? The witnesses will get sick. That's right. The reason why the most effective form of dispatching somebody like that is because it makes the witnesses sick. Also, guillotines, decapitation, and imagine this, a hydraulic system, this hydraulic surgical blade, boom, that's it, done, finished. Close the drapes, that's all, folks. But that would make them upset. See, I love this. That's too gross. The whole thing is gross. It's barbaric. But that's not the point. And that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is something even more interesting. And that is, what is the most effective means by which we could perhaps have this act as a deterrent? And by the way, there's no evidence that it is a deterrent. When they've initiated the death penalty, murders didn't go down. When they repealed the death penalty, murders didn't go up. Nobody sits there and thinks and says, I could take out this family of 5. I could be a Ted Bundy, but you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. No, I'm going to reconsider it doesn't work like that. First degree murder, for the most part, is so rare it doesn't even come up. But the bottom line is simply this. If you want to put your signature on it, if you want to stand behind it, if you want to say, I think we should execute, should be on TV. Be the biggest ratings thing anybody's ever seen. And it might actually, in a weird way, habituate you to the whole notion. It may have the opposite effect. Maybe some sicko wants to kill somebody to be the star. We're a country of selfies, after all. Think about that one. They used to hang people who were pickpocketers. Do you know when this is what they say, the greatest frequency of pickpocketing was? It was actually during the hangings for pickpocketing. Go figure. So listen, I'm not trying to be a tough guy. I'm not saying this just for hey, people, hey, this video will go viral. And if it does, great. But that's not why I'm doing it. I'm dead serious. If you want it, you should see what it is. Just like anybody who wants to go to war, you drag your fat butt there and you go to war. Same thing goes for Victoria Nuland and NATO and all the neocons. Go there. You want to take on Putin? Go there. Waddle your Steatopagian butox. Put some camis on and go out there and have at it. Listen, if you want to do this, you've got to face it. If you want to kill people in terms of some type of punishment, you've got to see it. You've got to see it and be able to see it. None of this hidden away in some weird prison nobody knows about. Oh, no. Do you know, by the way, when they first had when they did lethal injection, sometimes people would have a hard time finding the vein, and it would be real cold, and the doctors couldn't do it because they take a Hippocratic oath. They can't do it. So these people who weren't really able to do it, sometimes they missed a vein. Sometimes they would invert the chemical so that the person would not get the sedative first, but the paralytic first. So he would basically suffocate. One guy had a tear coming in. One person, his arm was burned it was horrible. One guy who was a drug addict had to show this poor technician. He says, here, I'll find the vein for you. Had to find his own vein. But if that turns you on, be my guest. That's what America is, the right to be ghoulish. But if you're going to sign off on it, you got to see it. All right? Is that a deal? Good. And I know people, they're so sick. Wait till you see your first one. You'll see. All right, my friends. Thanks for watching. Sorry about the topic, but it's in the news. Do me a favor, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell so you're notified of live streams and new videos. And don't forget our sponsor, mypillow.com/Lionel, mypillow.com, promo code Lionel, and comment as you see fit.